Sports Office today talking a little MMA. So we have to my left, Diego Sanchez, the man formerly known as the Nightmare, now the Dream, Albuquerque's own. And wow, Diego, it's been a while since I've really had you in here to talk to you about your career, what you have going on. And a lot of things are happening, huh?
Well, it's been a rough year in 2011. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, but more than anything else, I've had to deal with some serious injuries.
Yeah. And then talk about that. I mean, like some of the injuries you've had. I mean, you've had your knee, you've had your shoulder. Now you're on the shelf because of a torn labrum.
Yeah, I'm on the shelf for a torn labrum in my left shoulder. Dr. Tabit at New Mexico Orthopedics put me back together. 3.5 months back from the surgery, and it's a 6-month recovery process. So,
wow.
I'm getting better. I'm getting there, and we're almost back,
yeah.
but not there quite yet.
What in 6-month recovery? So what does that do for you? Like as far as you thinking about fighting and stuff like that? Because I know how eager you are to get back, and you're one of the guys who moved up the ranks of UFC, and you've had a great career, and I know you're ready to get back out there. But what do you do to manage your time and recover at the clip that you need to recover at?
Well, Van, to be honest, this has been the most challenging thing I've ever gone through in my life. With my mindset set on always being an extremely hard worker, and mixed martial arts is my heart. I always want to get better. I always want to put more time, effort, and work in the gym. Being put on the couch for a while has been tough for me. But at about 2 months out, I was cleared by the doc to do some spin classes and get back in there, start doing some yoga, start doing the arm bike. So now I'm getting in some tremendous shape, actually, right, with my focus just on being healthy, getting in shape. And the one thing that these injuries have done for me mostly is open my mind in another way, open my mind to become a businessman, to understand that I'm not going to be able to fight forever. And I'm doing this at 30 years old. I'll be blessed if I have another 6, 7 years in the sport. We'll see. Some of these guys are going into their 40s. Yeah. I don't plan on it, but I love the sport with such a true passion that I will do this as long as God allows me to.
What are they saying to you, like while you're recovering? I mean, do you have some things set up, like as soon as you come out, you're going to be like jump right back in? Or because I know they seem to like you over there. I mean, you've been, ever since you won the Ultimate Fighting Championship, you've been the guy, one of the guys who, consistently on with those cards. And I see Diego, because we show highlights that you're here all the time too. So
yeah, UFC is an amazing company. Zuffa and the Fertitta family have given me a great job and a great income to take care of my family, and I consider myself a company man, and I have always been since the original season of Ultimate Fighter. I've always been behind the company. Right. I never took any stints where I went off and fought for Strikeforce or went over to Pride, or I never left the company. I stayed with UFC, and I'm number 9 all time minutes in the cage. And I'm in there to win it, and right now I'm looking at maybe making a return to 155. It's like everybody in the sport is cutting weight and dropping weight, and it's becoming the trend right now that all these guys, all these great wrestlers, all these other fighters are making the drop. Like Friday night we saw Nate Marquardt win the Strikeforce 170-pound welterweight title, and this is a guy who's been fighting at 185 for many years. And not only him, many other fighters are making the drop, and I feel that it might be time for me to give it one more go at 155 and try to capture that world title.
And where have you now? Just let viewers know, like where was your last fight, the weight you fought at, and where do you usually walk around at?
Well, my last fight was at 170 pounds, which is welterweight, and I feel very comfortable at 170, and I love fighting at 170. But, this is a business, and to be truthfully honest, I must take the best fight that's going to be the biggest fight that's going to propel me to the top. Yeah. So whether that be at 155 or at 170. I will take any fight at either weight class. Dana White has said, hey, Diego, you're professional about it. You always make weight. I give you the go to fight at either weight class. So right now, I don't know if I'm going to fight at 155 for sure. If a big fight is presented to me at 170, like a Rory McDonald, a BJ Penn, a Carlos Condit, yes, of course I'm going to take that fight at 170. But the route to the path to the title might be faster at 155 if I come back and beat a guy like Anthony Pettis or a top guy in the 155-pound division. So naturally, I'm right in between both weight classes. So if they'd make me a 165-pound weight class, I would be perfect. That would be my weight. So, but all in all, it works out good, and I can fight at both weight classes.
And you said the 6 months, being on the shelf for 6 months. You're halfway through that. So are you going to get right back in when you get out, or is it going to be more like 7 or 8 months? Are you going to try to get a fight right away, or how's that going to work?
Well, hopefully at the 6-month mark, I'll be able to sign a fight and be back in the octagon. Mid-January, possibly February is the projected time that I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
But I will not be returned to the cage if I'm not 100%. And so right now, I'm focusing on becoming in the best shape I could possibly be. And it's amazing because right now I'm actually building a foundation for conditioning like never before. And when I come back into the gym, I will be in the best shape of my life before the training camp starts. And this is a process that I've never done before, but it's exciting. It's all very exciting for me. And I'm going in there to get the W and get the win and get back on top.
It sounds like like your hunger is maybe taken up to a new level because you've been put on the shelf. It's like something's been taken away. It's like, man, I really appreciate that I had a chance to do that. I'm going to go back now. I got a different view of it.
Oh, well, let me tell you, man, the appreciation factor is on an all-time high. I have never even appreciated like now. When I could get up in the morning, 5 a.m., and go for a run in the Sandias, let me tell you, man, before, when that alarm clock was going off, I'd be like, oh, man, I gotta get up and do this. Now I'm like, I can run. I get to run.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I get to go do this. Like, thank you, God. I'm all right. I'm healthy. I'm 100%. And so now I look at it with a total different mentality, and I'm just very excited to finish out the second half of my career with my mind right, my heart right, my feet grounded, and just living a clean, healthy life.
All right. And the business end of things, are you starting to dabble in some things where you invest in your money and things like that? Is that what you were talking about earlier when we started this?
Yes, I actually became business partners with Inside Catch, a local New Mexico company, and Mike Sanchez and Darren Ravel, and we're doing some big things, and we're doing some great big things, and I'm very excited on that aspect too. I understand I can't fight forever, so I must adapt and evolve.
I know that Mike guy, you gotta watch him.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta adapt and evolve and become a businessman, because you know what? Can't fight forever.
And I'm sure the family's excited about that, seeing you go to a new level, and where there's something that they don't have to worry about, that you're being the man of the house, being a good steward over what you have, and trying to set things up.
Well, when you have a family, a wife, and children, and it really grounds you, and it makes you adapt and evolve to a different person. Because before, I was all me, and now it's we, and I got to put them before me, and I'm doing everything in my power and adapting my mind, and doing the things that are going to take me to that next level.
How many years have you been married? How many kids?
Well, I only have been married 1 year, and it's been the best year of my life. And through these injuries, I got an amazing wife, Bernadette, and she takes care of me, and she's inspired me to be a better person. And we have one child together, and it's awesome.
Well, good. Anything else? The Dream, Diego Sanchez here joining us. Anything else, Diego, before we get out of here, or anything you'd like to share with people? Or?
Well, you know what? It's just tune in to thediegosanchez.com, Diego Sanchez UFC Twitter, and tune in because we got a lot of more exciting things to come.
All right, there you heard it, Diego Sanchez. I'm Van Tate, Robert Pugsley behind the camera. Until next time.